Hi angels, welcome back to another DIY. So in this video we're going to be making some really nice graphic or vintage t-shirts. So the supplies needed are some t-shirts. You don't need to print out whatever pictures you want to print out. Like you could either do memes or you can do 90s stuff, cartoons, like it all depends on whatever you want. So that's the first step. You're gonna actually need to print out the stuff that's gonna be on the shirt. So in the morning I went out early to the library and print out all these pictures in color because I didn't know which one I actually wanted, so I got a lot of them. Next thing you need is your scissors, some parchment paper, and some plastic wrap. All of those two things you can find in your kitchen. And you need your iron. You have to use an iron, and you're gonna need some shirts. So these shirts I got from, I think, Walmart, and I probably paid two for $6. And I got the blue ones from what do you call it, Family Dollar, and I got them as a set too, so probably like $3. Not really sure, but yeah. So first thing is to cut out the edges since they have white paper edges around them. So I just wanted to make sure that it was nice and seam perfectly. So that is the first thing that I'm going to be doing right here. Yeah, just cutting off the edges. Next thing is, by the way, I put a little cardboard box in between the shirt because I don't have an ironing board. So I'm trying to decide what picture that I wanted to use first. So I decided to go with this one. So the first thing you're gonna need is to get your plastic wrap. You're gonna need a lot of it because you're gonna need to use the plastic wrap to wrap all the way around the picture. It has to be all the way around. If not, it's not gonna work. So that's what I'm doing right here. Just make sure I'm measuring it perfectly because it needs to be wrapped all the way around. Mind you, this is my first one, and I've never done this before. So the first one did not turn out that great. You guys don't see a close up when I finish up it didn't turn out that great, but I fixed it in the end. But yeah. So I'm pasting the picture on the plastic wrap, and then I'm just wrapping it up all the way around. Make sure you wrap all four sides. That's very important. That's you're going to be able to get it to stick down. Wrap the sides, wrap the sides. And next, you're going to place it in the center of your shirt. Just make sure that it's evened up perfectly. It's not like slanting to the left or slanting to the right. Yeah, it depends on what you want. Next thing you're going to do is going to cut off a piece of parchment paper. You just need a parchment paper to cover up the picture frame completely because you're going to be running the iron over it. So, yeah. And the final step is just to run your iron over it. Over it. Until you feel like I have done this enough. This isn't turned out perfectly. It seems like if everything is melted. Not melt. Well, yeah, the plastic paper is going to be melted at the bottom. So that's so you know you're good to go. So I'm just running my iron over it. I'm going to be leaving the iron at the edges, in the middle. Just leave it there for like a few seconds. And then just keep on rubbing the iron over it. So just like I'm just doing right there, leaving the iron at the edge of the plastic. So yeah, and then the parchment paper started lifting up all by itself. That wasn't me. But this was what I'm talking about. The plastic paper didn't completely melt off. So that's why that little corner right there is like that. But yeah, this is how the first shirt turned out. Trust me, the rest of them turned out way better than that. So for the second shirt, first thing first, put in the cardboard in the center of it. Just making sure that it's lined up perfectly. And then picking a picture. I was trying to decide which one of them I wanted. That I wanted that one. It all looks so good on the pink, so. Yep. I decided to go with this one instead. Guess would have looked good. Bright pink and light pink. Now we're going to be doing the exact same thing that we did before. Getting your plastic paper, wrapping it all the way around. Yep. Make sure you wrap the edges, the sides, and all of that. And you're good to go. Place your parchment paper on top and then just take a little sweet time and run the iron all the way through it. And you should be good to go. So you can turn any old t-shirt or anything into something new with just some parchment paper, some plastic paper, some plastic wrap, and your iron. And just like that, you're good to go. But yeah, just gonna be redoing the step over and over and over again. Eventually, when I kept on doing this, I found some new methods to make my life way easier. So I'm gonna be showing you guys how that works, how to properly wrap it, how to not make sure that the plastic wrap doesn't stick on or anything like that. Little FYI, how you know that it is completely done is that the parchment paper is going to start lifting up by itself. It's going to start folding over inwards, so you know that you can just lift it up. So yeah, that's how you know. And just in case you messed up and you see a little white edges or anything like that, just put back over the parchment paper and then just go over it again with your what do you call it? I forgot. With your iron, and boom, bam, boom, you're good to go. So yeah, now we're gonna be starting on this white shirt. See, just like that, first time running it through with the iron, and you can already see the picture underneath it. Looking good. Yep. Now, to make my life a little bit easier, I decided to wrap all of the pictures first and then start ironing them onto the shirt. So this is how I start wrapping everything. First thing first, I lay out the plastic wrap and then face the picture just like I'm facing it, like face the picture on the back or on the front, whatever. And then you just wrap the plastic over it. So that way the plastic wrap doesn't get tangled up. It doesn't itch onto anything. It's just boom, bam, wham. And just like that, makes your life 187% easier. Now I'm going to show you guys how I do it again. Just place the picture on top, wrap over the edge, and then cut off the little extra fabric, the extra things, because you just need to cover it up completely. And just like that, you see, 2 seconds. Just keep repeating the step over and over again. If you're only making 2 shirts, then boom, bam, wham, you're good to go. And obviously I had to do something Jamaican, so I decided to pick Queen Patra because I love and adore her. And these are all of the shirts that I finished up. I made a lot because I knew that I was going to be wearing these a lot, so I just decided to just go all the way out with each one of them. So these are 90s cartoon. If you're a 90s baby, then you should know some of these cartoon characters. This is Queen Patra, Queen of the Pack. And over here, what is this? This is BTS. And in the pink, don't really know what that is, but it looked really cool, so that's why I printed it off. So now we're ready for the fashion show. I'm gonna be trying on everything so that you guys can see how it looks. And I end up having 3 pictures left over, and I was finishing this one up as well. So this is how the first shirt looks on. Everything looks absolutely amazing. I'm happy with it, and I hope that if you guys do try making these, that it turned out just as good as mine did. And this is basically the end of this video. I hope that you guys like it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And hopefully I will see you guys in my next DIY. Bye.